everybody. Did you like my fancy intro with the countdown? I know. Who is she? Good morning. Let me know if you ever have any problems hearing or seeing me as per usual. Um, I'm really glad that I set up this stream because otherwise I would not be writing this morning. So, thank you for being here. When you pop in, let me know what you're working on. Um, I will just warn you, if by some chance I just disappear, my computer's been having this charging problem where, like, I think it's a problem with the charging port because, like, half of the time it says that my charging port is not working, you know? And it's at 19%, so it might just black out. But I'm just going to say that that's not going to happen because it's actively working right now. Anyway, what am I working on? What a great question. If you were here on Thursday, exactly where I left off on Thursday is exactly where I am. So, yeah, it's been a struggle to write. I don't even think struggle is the right word because struggle implies that I've been writing at all, or thinking about it at all, and that is just truly not the case. So, um, there's been a lot of developments query wise in that area. Okay, that makes it sound much more exciting than it is. It's not. Nothing to write home about, but so I've just been thinking about that a lot more. Anyway, let me know what you're working on this morning. We'll get started in just a few minutes with 2 25-minute sprints for sure, and maybe another one if we're all feeling it. I really I really need to finish this chapter. I have been on this chapter for every sprint that I've ever done. Every live sprint I've ever done. So we need to get through it today. And I think I can do it. Good morning, Danielle. Working on a short story this morning. I love it. Jesse, good morning. I am so happy you made it. Back to the drawing board a bit, reworking the outline. Good on you. I'm glad you're taking the time to go back and like notice when a problem is wrong, if something is wrong, and go back to it. Because I always just push on through and then get more problems later. So, um, well, I this will be in the video that's tomorrow, but I mentioned various in various videos about like you can order yourself like a personal copy of your book, and I just have to show someone. So these came in the mail. This is the wedding season. Are you kidding? I made this on Canva in 10 minutes. It's not a graphic design, but since there's only 10 of you, I thought I would just share. Are you kidding? It looks like a book. Like, are you kidding? Okay, anyway, sorry. Just wanted to brag. So those are my thoughts on that. You'll see pretty much a redo of that, but more excited tomorrow in tomorrow's video if I can manage to edit that by tomorrow. I don't know. But yes, it is very exciting. It was very surreal. Because it's like printed by Barnes and Noble, so it seems it's like a book. I don't know. Yeah, and then I was reading and I was like, it's not a very good book. No, I've just read it too many times. It hasn't been long enough since I've read it for me to enjoy, like, sit down and read it. Like, I still opened the first page and had it entirely memorized from all the copy edits I was doing. I think I have read that book like 10 times in the last 3 months, like with the amount of editing, which is good. All right, let's get sprinting. If you join us during the sprint, Um, Still let us know what you're working on in the chat, and then I'll see you in like 25 minutes. Actually, exactly 25 minutes. It's exciting. It is. Oh man, the 6 a.m. I will just continue to talk about nothing forever if you let me. Let's see. I haven't even looked at this chapter. Haven't even looked at it, so might take a minute for me to get. Okay, okay. Let's get started. Get your page out, get your mind ready, and let's go. All right, that brings us to the end of that sprint. How did it go for everybody? I am so close to being done with this scene, like paragraphs. So, not even scene, the whole chapter. So, that is exciting. Um, it's going well. It's a little overwritten, which I think is why it's taking me so long to get through. Hello, Words from the Void. Thanks for joining us. What are you working on this morning? I also spend a lot of these morning sprints like staring off out the window in a meditative state unintentionally. But I think that that's part of the creative process. Got distracted trying to come up with a name for an all-female band circa the 90s. That's the best way to spend a writing sprint I've ever heard in my life. Is it at least related to the project or just random? Because either way, I love it. Finished a read through of the story and made some light edits. I think I'll print it out and edit by hand for the next sprint. That's so exciting. I love the printing stage. I just love seeing everybody's different process, but I definitely like to see it in a new format in the edit. So that's awesome. And it is good. I'm glad that the 90s like girl band is related to the story, and it makes me want to read the story because that sounds incredible. Currently working on lunch. For you, it's 1:30 p.m. Where is that? I am horrible at geography. I could not even fathom a guess as to where you are, where it's 1:30 p.m., but you'll be working on a fantasy cowboy murder mystery project. That sounds incredible. I love it. That's so fun. I am always like, oh, my thrillers are so interesting. And then I come on here and I'm like, I am the least interesting person here. There's some awesome things being written over here. Um, this is some, wow. I just have no words. That's incredible. Exactly, Jesse. You're in Germany. Awesome. Wow. Well, thanks for tuning in from Germany. That's awesome. 1:30 p.m. in Germany. I have a friend going to Ireland today, and that's the only frame of reference that I have because it's like 7 hours ahead there. So I bet that's a. I'm not even gonna guess. I'm not even gonna say that that's similar to Germany, but I think it would maybe be. Anyway, let me stop talking about geography because that's just nobody wants to hear that. Good morning, Meg. Doing research for a proposal for a new book. It's so interesting. I'm learning about cool Irish women writers throughout history. And you're in Ireland right now. Wow. Oh, good morning. Actually, good afternoon. It's 12:30 there. Meg, are you from Ireland or are you just visiting? It is so wild to me that there's people from different countries here, which is obviously I know that like this is called the American Central, world where we just think that everything is connected to us, but I am so happy to be proven wrong. Welcome everyone. Um anyway, unrelated. Has anybody done the Artist's Way? Because I've been seeing everybody talking about the morning pages where you just like get up and write 3 pages right away in the morning. And I've been thinking about doing it, but I don't know if I need to add another extreme routine to my life. But I was thinking maybe it would help me to be creative and not stare out the window so much during writing sprints. And you do live in that city. I'm not even going to try, but at the top of the country. Okay. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Wow. And Danielle just bought The Artist's Way and have yet to read it. Okay, I knew it was a book, and I know that there's all these like things that you have to do. Um, but maybe I will just journal. Maybe I'll just start to journal. Or not. Maybe I don't need to journal, but maybe I do. Jesse did it for a couple months. It's really good. Still do the journal, just not the 3 pages. You guys, am I about to start doing the artist's way? I don't know. Journaling first thing in the morning has been a part of my routine for years now, and I usually get about 3 pages of that. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I kind of feel like I've tried journaling off and on, and I don't know if I just have never stuck to it long enough, or if I just feel like I have to write certain things in the journal, you know? So I feel like the artist way is a good way to just like, you just have to write something, you know? Anyway, um, well, that's awesome. So I think we'll get started with the next sprint. I know people have to get to work, so we'll get a little bit of writing in. Journaling has helped unrelated to the artist way. Yeah. I don't know what the artist way is either. Um, all I know is that you have to write 3 pages in the morning. And the vomit techniques helps me a lot. Is it just like the word vomit, or does vomit stand for no, it's just the word vomit, right? Because I also love that too. I just can never do it. I try my best. So, um, well, awesome. So maybe I'll do a video doing the artist's way. I'm not committing to that. This is just a thought. This is just a 6:30 a.m. thought from Alyssa. All right, let's get another timer going before I commit to any other large habit changes in my life. All right. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Vomit actually stands for stuff. Only only step one is actually vomiting. Okay. Well, when we come back from the sprint, the part that we're actually here for, the writing. When we come back from the writing, I want to know what that stands for. So feel free to put it in now or later or whatever. Um, but everybody get your pages ready. Do a quick hand and wrist stretch. Get the blood pumping, get the songs going, and let's begin. All right, that brings us to the end of that sprint. How did it go for everybody? Let me know. How many words did you get? How much outlining did you do? While I wait for those, we have an answer on the vomit. Let me give some context. The vomit technique um, stands for vent, obligations, mindset, ideate, trajectory. This seems like a journaling thing. Um, and you said you got it from like a video. So I'm actually probably going to check this out because I'm always looking for strategies, but it's all about getting words out of your head and sorted out on paper and getting it done. Oh, okay. So it's actually about to-dos and working through problems and dealing with emotions. Seems like all things I need to do. So this is awesome. Okay, so a video by Struthless. Okay, well, I will be checking that out. Thank you for sharing. I know I kind of gave you a task. So thank you for, you know, what's the word? I don't know. I'm out of words. I've already written them all. I can't even say any more words for the rest of the day. Well, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Um, you had lunch and still managed to write 111 words. That's awesome. Wow. Cranko came in this morning, got almost 500 words right away. That's awesome. Danielle edited 2 pages. That's incredible. You guys. Couple of scenes outlined and some notes on stuff to add. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, well, how did I do? What a great question. That I don't even know. I haven't been tracking words this time around. I did. Oh, I finished the chapter, so that's exciting. I'm finally on to the next scene. And I kind of always have to, with the dictation mess, like look through the next chapter to see what's happening. And I thought I was maybe going to come across a chapter where like nothing happened, because that happened a lot in my last book. And I was worried, like I was like, oh, I think I finally found the chapter where nothing happened. Got halfway through the chapter and things were happening. I was like A plus. It's actually like my favorite. No, not my favorite scene. One of my favorite scenes. So I'm excited to jump into that one. But the first half of it is another flirty date conversation that I have to write, which is fine. It's important to the story. Well, hello, Anna. Thanks for joining. Got up and put bacon in the oven. That is the best way to start the day. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. Did I look like I was enjoying something I was listening to? I was. And then if it was during the last sprint, it's because I was reading through the chapter and I was like, is this just going to be a boring flirting conversation for a whole chapter? And then it got to the scene I was excited about. So it might have been that because I was excited. I was feeling myself. Yes. And yes, flirting is hard to write, especially when you don't have very much experience in flirting. I actually feel like I'm getting much better at writing flirting. It's just that these two people, it's very, I think I've said this before, but they both have ulterior motives, but they're both also genuinely interested in the other person, but they're fighting those feelings and they both have all this stuff that they can't say. And I'm like, what are they supposed to talk about, the weather? Like, but now they have a little bit more to talk about. There's just a lot of like internal, external flirting. This is my life. My unromantic ass thought it would be cool to start to plan a 9 book standalone romance series. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, the ulterior motives. It's actually such a like I like how layered the scenes are. Um, it's just like stressful to write because it's also a dual POV. And so each now the flirting scene is from the other POV, but like I, as the author, still have to figure out like what they're doing. And then this whole conversation that they're having started with him being like, "You seem like something's on your mind." And then she's like, "Yeah." And then me, I'm reading it and I'm like, "What is on her mind? Like, what am I alluding to? I have no idea what is on her mind." So then I had to read the whole scene to figure out, oh, that's what was on her mind. But she's talking about, she has to say that something else is on her mind because what's on her mind can't is part of the ulterior motive of what she can't say on her mind. And I'm like, it's 6:30 in the morning. I am not awake enough for this yet. But you changed your story from romantasy to fantasy because I cannot write romance is the main thing. I feel that. I love reading romance, so I always try to slip it in there. And this story actually is very heavy on the romance, but not like that kind of romance, don't get me wrong, but like I don't know, there's enough conflict to balance it out. To absolutely no one's surprise, the chapter where the MMC explaining his rifle is more coherent than all the flirting. This is so true. This is like my like crime scenes, which like I don't know how to. I've never been in a crime. Like I don't know what crime scenes are like, but I can still write those better than like the flirting scenes. This is so funny. The early flirting parts are so hard. I'm just the girl with the Barbies going, and now kiss. Okay, this is so true, Anna, because this is how all of my books read in the first draft. Like they need to like and this book it's actually so important that they have a genuine connection. Like it's like so important and in like two chapters from now they need to be like willing to die. Well, not die. Well, actually, yeah, but not directly, but like they both have to be willing to like go against other things that they're committed to for each other. And I don't know if they're going to get there with one conversation about the weather, but it's fine. Yes, everyone is saying, and okay, honestly, I read books sometimes and I'm like, just kiss already. But also, I can tell when it's rushed, so I want to do it well. I don't know. You're kind of good at banter though, so I guess that helps. I feel similarly. Like I think I can write the easy banter pretty well. It's just like how do people like fall in love? I just don't. Not me showing my hand, not me asking how do people fall in love. Maybe, oh my gosh, this just reminds me of when I was writing the first kiss that I had ever written. And I interviewed everyone in my life about how to kiss someone because I've never kissed anybody. And I was like, tell me how it feels. Like, where are your hands going? Where are your lips going? What are you saying? What are you thinking? How long do you kiss for? Like, I had interview questions. So maybe I need to do this with flirting too. Or I just need to go to like romantic restaurants and like listen to people. Anyway, Anna always writes the first kiss too soon and then have to scoot it back. This is so funny. I actually like I kind of went the opposite way in the wedding season. Like do they even kiss? Maybe they do. I think they do. But like I pushed it way back. So I'm sure it'll work if you add a conversation about food, one weather and one food. If they talk about the weather once and the food once, they're in love, right? That's how it always works, right? My characters actually dodged the first kiss and instead this is so funny. We got the clunkiest I am asexual, oh me too conversation the world has ever seen. This is a great way to not have your characters kiss, and I love it. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad we can all have solidarity and how horrible romance goes. Always. Um, yeah. I'm I'm trying to think. I feel like I had something else really insightful and important and cool and fun to share. I think I'm out of all of my thoughts. Um, well, if you're watching in the replay and or here, anywhere that you are that you're seeing me talk about this right now, let me know how your words went. I will be here again on Thursday. I'm probably not going to do another sprint this morning. Um, just I have some things to wrap up for work this morning. So I will see you again on Thursday. Thank you so much for coming from around the world. This is so wild and awesome. So, yeah, wait, okay, I have to read this. A Chihuahua actually blueballed them, and then they had that dialogue. This is I have no context to what's happening in this story, and I love it. So I hope to see you all again on Thursday. I'll probably have a video come out tomorrow if I'm feeling insane enough to edit that. I also had a video yesterday about how to pitch literary agents in person, which is also just kind of goes over my experience at a writers conference I went to recently. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do that. But yes, thank you all for coming, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.